Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Scott. We are back with another video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this channel. Make sure you guys continue to support by subscribing and hitting that notification bell button so that you can be clued into when we drop new content right here on this channel. Now let's get into the news that's popping off for today, and it involves KANDI BURRUSS and Todd Tucker. Now y'all know that the surrogate just gave birth to baby Blaze, and KANDI has been posting about this baby online. Okay, and we've been seeing lots of news about baby Blaze. You know, I actually really like the name. I think it's pretty dope. But according to KANDI, Todd may not be the most helpful right at this very moment, okay? Y'all know when a newborn baby is born, I am sure that for a lot of moms and dads, it can be a very scary time. Just because the baby is so small and you want to make sure that you're there for the baby and you want to make sure that the baby has the best care as possible, okay? You got to be gentle with the baby. You got to be waking up with the baby, feeding the baby, changing the baby, just making sure that so many things are going right. But here is the thing. KANDI is calling out Todd for hitting the strip club, or rather the club, I should say, instead of being there with her and the baby. Let's get into it. So KANDI said, I already don't sleep a lot. And I already knew that I was gonna be on my own with the late night shift because that's how he was with Ace too. But once again, like with Ace, this is what pissed me off. He decided he wanted to go to the club. She ain't even a week old yet. 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row, okay? This is what she had to say on her YouTube page. She then said, the first night you went out, I already told you that I was kind of hurt by that. That you was ready to just jump out and kick it in the streets. You knew that I was gonna be stuck in the house doing baby duty every hour on the hour and you wasn't chipping in. I said that the first night and I thought you was going to take it a little notice of how I felt and try to take that into consideration. Now, I don't know how he thought that this would have been okay, but I'm kind of in shock by the gall of it all. But she had more to say. She then says, so the next day we got up and I didn't even bring it up because I was like, okay, I'm not going to be a complainer. I said how I felt. So the next day on Thanksgiving, there was a football game. He said he wasn't even going to the game, but you know, we had tickets. I can see him not wanting them to go to waste, which was fine. But then he said, I'm going to come home right after the game. After the game, he comes calling me saying, I just seen Apollo NIDA at the game and we're gonna go out. Let me interject a thought right here. The fact of the matter is, I get that Todd might be your boy, but he might not be the best influence for you now that you got another newborn in the house, okay? He might not be the best look for you to be running the streets of the Atlanta with. Now, I'm not saying Apollo's a bad guy, but what I am saying is that while Todd has not only a newborn at the house, but Lil Ace is there as well, bruh, you gotta get the priorities straight. And I'm not saying don't hang out with your boys, don't go to the games. I'm just saying, hanging out at the club while your wife is at home taking care of the kid, not a good look, but that's just me. But here's what Todd had to say in response to this. He said he just needs some attention. He said, well, I think this is all part of the trickle down thing. When I say to you, babe, I need some attention, you won't get off your phone. Okay, Todd. Then he says, ever since Blaze has been here, there are numerous family and friends that come by. The whole time KANDI is entertained by all her family and friends. So I'm just sitting in the room. There's no fellas coming over. Basically, KANDI just wants to know I'm sitting in the room. As long as I'm there, she's good. So I'm confused. Now, from that, it makes it seem as though KANDI is kind of controlling of Todd. Now, I don't really know if that is the case or not, because it seems to me that she understands that he is remember back when he was taking his daughter to the strip club, she seemed to understand that for him, even though it wasn't something that she would do, but she let it go. And if he wanted to go out to the game, okay, he wouldn't want those tickets to go to waste. But then you want to run out to the club when you have a newborn baby at home and it's the second day. Now, of course, family and friends are going to want to stop by because that's what they do when you have a newborn. But I'm sure Kandi's not saying to him, yo, you can't have any of your boys stop by unless they all troublemakers. I mean, but I can't even see that being the case either. Because Kandi seems like someone who is very supportive of Todd. And if you take a look at what they said on a recent episode of Black Love, Kandi had this to say. She said that she was the first to say that I love you. She also says that I'm a person that if I love you, I'm with you all the way. In my mind, there's nothing that we cannot do together. So I'm always going to figure out a plan like we can get that. Even though he was definitely making good money, but in my mind, I'm like, we'll figure out how to make that. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Jump off this cliff. I'm telling you, I got you. Let's do this. And we did an event the first month after he quit his job. And you guys may remember that Todd worked in production on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And when they got together, I'm assuming that he had to quit because it would have been a conflict of interest, okay? And so then he said this about that first event. He said, and I might have made doggone near a quarter of what I made from his previous job. And he's like, for a full year, I made a quarter off my pay from one event and it didn't even take that much work. And Kandi responded with this: I was just trying to show him that if we put our minds together, there is no limit to what we can do. Like, just take the risk. Let's do this. So Kandi to me seems like someone who is very supportive of her husband, making money and doing things that are going to make him happy. So I'm not necessarily sure how much more attention he needs. However, I guess what we don't know is what exactly is going on behind closed doors. So we have to give him that benefit of the doubt as well, because I'm sure he does have his needs. However, when you have a newborn baby at the home, your needs are probably going to have to come second to a certain degree until the baby gets in the house, situated, settled, and has grown just a bit more. But listen, what do you guys think about this situation? Should Todd be running around to the club and whatnot 2 days after the baby is born and in the house and left home with Kandi alone at nights? What do you guys think about this? Now, I know that there are a lot of single mothers out there who make this work, and shout out to them. But I'm just saying, if you have a partner at home who you are supposed to be raising the baby with, what do you guys think about this situation in general? Make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this, because I really am trying to figure out what the best resolution for this situation is. All right, in other news, we got to jump back over to our girl, Eva Marcille, okay? Now, I think that what she's doing right now is posting some subliminals, because some eagle-eyed fans have definitely picked out the fact that she made this post on her Instagram this week. And it says, a hot dog will holler. Now, some fans are surmising that she's talking about Porsha Williams with this post because, you know, Dennis is supposedly known as the hot dog king. And apparently you guys know the old phrase, a hit dog will holler, meaning someone who is the person who she is referring to is going to be the person that actually makes the most noise when they're called out. Now, something that she was talking about Porsha, and something that it was basically a misspelling, and that she was actually calling out Kenya, because Kenya has been in the news this week as related to Eva talking about being a late in life mother, okay? You guys may remember that Eva made that comment about Kenya Moore during the episode, and then Kenya now is working with an organization that works with women who have fertility issues. I'm gonna do more of a story on this issue of specific women on reality television making light of fertility issues, because it seems to be something that's coming up. Let me know if that's something that you guys will be interested in, because there are plenty of examples. And I saw a really interesting article out there about shaming people who have fertility issues as it relates to reality television stars, because we've seen quite a bit of it this year, even with the Eva situation in Kenya. We've seen it with Eva and Marlo. We've also seen it with some things with Basketball Wives between Tammy and Evelyn. So let me know if this is something that you guys are interested in. And do you think that Eva was specifically speaking about Kenya Moore, or do you think that she was specifically talking about Porsha Williams or some random person? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, and I will see you in the next video.